When it comes to wind power, Montana still is a relatively small player in the region. But as MTN's Mike Dennison shows us tonight, that's about to change. We take now a closer look at one of the key factors in the power development change, that of transmission.
If Montana intends to greatly expand its wind power production, that power must be sold and delivered outside the state to population centers on the West Coast.
We have some of the best wind potential in the nation, but we are an exporter of energy, and one thing that we need to be able to figure out is how to get that wind to markets that not only want it, but need it.
Toward that end, Governor Bullock, the Bonneville Power Administration, utilities, and developers took a hard look at our transmission system and unveiled a plan of action last month. The plan says some additional room on existing transmission lines is available right now, and another big chunk of power line capacity will become available in 3 or 4 years when Colstrip Power Plants 1 and 2 shut down and are no longer using that space.
When the Colstrip units start shutting down, that capacity can continue to be used. There's no need to strand that asset or to abandon the transmission system that we currently have. That should be fully utilized by new wind or solar projects that can deliver that power, that energy across the system.
Governor Bullock and BPA, the Bonneville Power Administration, has taken steps to address those transmission constraints recently, and I think that we're on the cusp of moving large amounts of renewable energy out of state in order to meet the needs of Pacific Northwest utilities.
Yet fully upgrading the transmission system so it can deliver new wind power will take some additional investment. A Northwestern energy official who helped guide the action plan says that means utilities in the Northwest must commit to buying that power.
I think the next most important step is there a commercial deal to be done between developers and those parties that need those renewable resources in their portfolio. So to me now it's really a supply and demand question.
If these transmission bugs get worked out, a lot of wind power and other large projects are definitely in the pipeline in rural Montana. We'll take a closer look at some of those projects tomorrow. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Mike. Mike tells us, by the way, that as much as 3,000 megawatts of renewable power development is currently on the drawing board here in Montana.